Welcome back to Silver Thread Sewing. I'm Diane. This is Friday Sews. As always, thank you for stopping by my channel. If this is your first time, welcome. And if you're returning, thank you so much. As always, I want to start by thanking Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room for starting the hashtag Friday Sews and allowing all of us to join in so we can find each other. The last couple weeks, I have been spring cleaning. Yeah, so I'm still not done. I have the worst over, have all the walls, and Greg's doing the outside of the windows today. I've done the inside, and still have a couple screens to wash. Took the beds apart and cleaned the frames and changed all the stuff and turned the mattresses and washed the walls, and the bathrooms are cleaned. And I still like 2 bedrooms, just going back over and doing all that to them, and still have to clean down here. The office room is an absolute mess. And when I clean, I tend to go through and gather everything up that needs to go to another place and put it in one room. And then I have all the other stuff clean, and then here I am faced with all the things that go somewhere else. So anyway, that's just the way my little brain works. But I am winding it up and hope to be done soon so I can sew more. But I have got a little bit of sewing in when I would have a break day, which I had a couple. So I have some things to share with you. A couple that I've made, a couple of questions that had come in, and also a couple plans. And in my little bit about life, I have a very exciting story to share. I got to meet 2 of my favorite YouTubers in person, and I can't wait to tell you about that. So let's get started so I don't keep you here all day. So this past week, I managed to make a pair of the Love Notions Summer Caye capri pants, and I did the version with the tulip hem. Now, I just love the way that tulip hem, it kind of laps over itself, and it comes up to a point, and it's just very interesting, and it was so simple to do, even for me, and I think it turned out really well. And I just used a piece of cotton shirting fabric that I had because it kind of called for lighter weight wovens, and I had that, and I thought I would use it, but I didn't have enough to do the inside pocket bag, so I had to use a different fabric for that. But otherwise, it didn't take much fabric at all. And I'm very happy with them. They have back pockets. They have the flat front and the elasticized back at the waist. So I really like them. I did the back pockets, and I was happy with how they turned out. And hopefully I've been putting some pictures in so you can see how they looked. I don't have anything that matches them perfectly, so this is just a ready-to-wear shirt. I think in one of my earlier videos I showed how I cloned this top. It had been like $40 or $50 for just a cotton linen top. I didn't pay that. I got it at a thrift store for $4. But anyway, I had cloned this and made a couple other versions, but I really do like this, and it's got just a little bit of a gray-blue color in this fabric. It has little bows on it, but I will put pictures of all that. But I do like the way these turned out. I did go down a size from the short pair of shorts that I made a couple weeks ago. I went down to a size 12, I believe, and they fit me a lot better. They're not nearly as loose. So on the Summer Caye pattern, I added 1 inch of length to the front rise and 1.5 inches of length to the back rise. That takes them up a little higher than the pattern calls for. I think they're supposed to be a little bit lower rise, but I don't like that on me anymore, especially. But I did add about 2.5 inches to the length of the rise, and it put it up more close to my waist, and I like where that sits better, and they seem to fit better, and they just feel more comfortable to me, for me. Now, I am making a pair of Largo Cargos, and I'm using this pink. It's a home deck fabric. It's not real heavy weight. I got this at Walmart when they started clearing out all their fabric stuff. This is a Better Home and Garden home deck fabric, and I paid $5 for 2 yards of this. And I made the length on the Largo Cargos 12 inches below the inseam because I wanted them to come down closer to my knee. I don't like real short shorts. And I don't wear shorts out a whole lot. I usually wear capri pants in the summer, but I did want a pair of shorts to wear. So I've done that. And I had a question a couple weeks back. I had showed that I had made a slip, and I had kind of gone by the sew-along / tutorial that Katinka from the seamstress at the cottage had done. And I had made a slip, and I just used a mesh-like fabric that had come from a Walmart bundle to try it out. And it worked really well. I love the way it fits, and I had a question to show the difference in wearing a slip under a dress and wearing a dress with no slip. Now, a lot of clothes, as you know, you don't need a slip. If they're heavier weight, like linens or denims or even heavy cottons, you probably wouldn't even need a slip. But I find that if I wear a knit dress, they just tend to cling to all the little lumps and bulges in my undergarments, and I just don't like the way that looks on me. When I weighed 120 pounds, I could wear anything and it didn't make a difference. But now that I'm not as thin as I once was, I like to wear a slip under most knit things especially. So I took some pictures, and I'm wearing in the pictures I'm wearing the Love Notions Laundry Day tee. And let me stop right there. This is a lot of Love Notion talk. I have a lot of their patterns and they fit me well. I think they're drafted for like 5 frames, and that's about what I am. So they fit me with very little alterations, and I love them. I love them. But they are having a 40% off sale on all their patterns except their latest release, and that goes through today. So I guess that's U.S. time till midnight, I guess. But hopefully I'll get this out early enough to, if you've not heard about that, which I'm positive you have, because Love Notions are doing videos. Karina from Lifting Pins and Needles is doing videos. Everybody that loves Love Notions or is affiliated with them in any way are doing videos about it. So you can find them all over YouTube. But they are having a 40% off sale. Anyway, the dress that I'm going to show you in the pictures without the slip first and then with the slip is a Love Notions Laundry Day tee. And I've made a couple of those and love them. And mine are made out of cotton knits, I guess cotton spandex knit. And I love the weight of the fabric. They're cool, they're comfortable, but without the slip, they kind of cling to me a little bit. And I don't like that. So I'm going to show you the difference with a slip and without a slip. And hopefully that will answer any questions or about why I would wear a slip. Now, I have patterns that could be used to make a slip if you are not comfortable cloning one you already have, or if you don't have one and would like to try one. I would love to make a silk slip, but I can't afford to do that because I might mess it up, and but I think a silk slip would feel so good, and it would be natural fiber, so it would breathe well and all the things. But anyway, I use just a cheap mesh looking fabric that I really don't know what I would wear out of something like that. It would have to be an overlay or something, because you can see through it, and I'll show you how it looked. I've got a few pattern suggestions if you wanted to make a slip for yourself. These two that I'm going to show you are Newlook, and then I do have the Love Notions Luna loungewear, and I got it basically for the one piece. I guess it's meant to be a slip gown or a little nightgown, but I think it would make a great slip, as well as Newlook 6373 in View C. And that is the floral version there. I think that would make a perfect slip. It does have a center back seam, but I don't see any reason if you made it with something with a little bit of stretch that you could omit that back seam and just make it on the fold. As long as you want it to be low enough to where the slip won't show when you're wearing anything if it's open around the neck. And you also want the straps to be fairly slim, like spaghetti straps or satin strips of some sort. I, on mine, just used the same fabric and made just 1/2-inch strips and finished them on both sides, and that's worked well for me. But anything, you could even make a slip with like a tank strap, or you could make it as narrow or as wide as you wanted to, depending on what you want to wear under or over it. So I have another Newlook, and this is 6086 and version E, which is right here. I think that would be a good slip. You just have to lengthen it. But I can't see any problem with that. And I have some others, just patterns that have a slip dress in them. And I like for my slip to be just a little bit looser. I don't want the slip to cling to me because it makes me get hot when it's hot out. So if you remember, and you probably don't because I barely do, I had made a couple of the Love Notions Rhapsody blouses and love that pattern. They fit me well. But I wanted to make the dress version. And some time ago, several months ago, maybe last summer, I made a dress version of the Rhapsody, and I hated it. I hated that dress. Part of it may have been that I used a little too heavy of a fabric. I'm not sure. But I love the way the top fits. So I decided that I wanted to just add some length from like where the dress would, on the pattern it has a cut line for the dress because it has a skirt portion separate. But what I did, I just added length. So what I did, I traced out the top pattern down to that line where the dress would be cut for. And I just added length right in that area and made it about 18 inches longer. And I have got that cut out. So I have that cut out of this really pretty rayon challis. And this came from Fabric Mart Fabrics. And that's the front pattern, I believe. Yes, that's the front pattern piece. And I left the shirt tail bottom to it. So it should thinkably look just like the top, only a longer version. Now, it may be that it doesn't have any enough shape through it. So I thought if it didn't and it needed something, I could always go in and add little darts or something in the front, or even make a belt to go with it. But it does have that, I think it has a pleat in the back. Now, I think it's gathered. It has a little gathering right in the back area because it has a yoke. But anyway, I'll let you know how that one turns out. Or how it doesn't, because this is a channel about what not to do when you sew. Don't ever forget that part. So those Largo Cargo shorts and the Rhapsody dress version is what I have cut out and am working on. Now, the life portion of the video, my eyes are stable. Everything is okay. I am able to see. I can still drive mostly. I don't drive in traffic much. If I have to go anywhere far, either Greg or my daughter Caye takes me. So I just don't feel real comfortable with traffic, especially on this side looking for changing lanes and stuff. Although everything's pretty clear. My vision was 20/25 in that eye and 20/20 in my other eye. And everything seems to be holding steady. So we're going to try to go the 6 weeks between shots this time. And if I don't make it 6 weeks, I'm to call and go back in. He said if I had any more increased fluid or swelling or anything, that they will probably change to a different drug. I think there's 2 other drugs that they could change me to. And I'm going to share real quick with you, and if you want to skip through this, that's totally fine. I don't know how to put chapters or timestamps. So just in case anybody else is having problems with their vision or anything, or have relatives that are, family members, I was told yesterday, I saw a friend, and she was telling me about her grandmother. Her grandmother had seen the same older doctor that I had started seeing, and she was getting her injections just like I was about every 6 weeks, was maintaining with her AMD and diabetic retinopathy, and was, able to drive and still do things. She's, like I said, I think I said she's 81, but she was able to drive and read and watch TV and all that. So when our doctor had to stop working and go into retirement because of his own health, they had put her with the same lady doctor that they put me with. And I have switched, of course, from her, but this lady didn't. She kept going to her. And this lady doctor told her that the shots were not helping her and that she recommended stopping them because it was just too much to go through and them not help her. So the lady took her word for it and stopped having the shots, and she already has had to stop driving. She can't read, she can't watch TV. So I am so thankful and so grateful that I was encouraged to find another doctor. I think I would have done it on my own, but with you all telling me that's not right, and that was an encouragement for me to seek out help. And that's what I've done, and I'm very thankful that I did that, because I feel sure it would be worse probably without the shots. So just a word of advice: if you or someone you know is having that problem, encourage them to go to somebody else if they need to, because doctors don't know everything. They're human too, and some are more caring and try harder to help us than others, I believe. So anyway, that's just my advice. So this past Saturday, got to meet 2 YouTube friends. I had met Andra from Andra Makes one other time, just ran into her in a Joann store and got the nerve up to say hello to she and her sister and loved her. Well, she had kept in touch, and she had another friend that she wanted to meet with, and that is Cynthia from Mountain Accents. And I'm going to link to both of their channels below. They are amazing. When you meet somebody for the first time, it's like there's a little bit of time it takes to get to know them. That wasn't the case with these girls. It was like I've known them my whole life, or their whole life. I'm older than both of them. But I absolutely loved them and felt like we'd been friends forever. So we had met at a kind of a central location for all 3 of us. My daughter drove me because I'm a chicken and I was afraid I wouldn't be able to see to drive on the interstate. So anyway, we got to go and have lunch at a quaint little restaurant, I guess. It's like a house that's been revamped into a restaurant, and it's wonderful. And we had the best time, and we talked and talked, and I did get a picture, and I'm going to insert that here. And we just really hit it off, and I had the best time, and my daughter had a good time, and so I was just so grateful to get to go see them. So I wanted to show you a couple of things that they were kind enough to give me. Andra had found this mug, and if you've seen my video about how obsessed I am about strawberries, you will understand. And it says Sweet Summer, and it has strawberries, and it's shaped the coolest. It kind of has a flat side to it, and the strawberries go all the way around, and I am just in love with that. Now, I also got this little notepad and a marker, a Sharpie pen, and I had never seen them in white, and I don't think she knew this, but I'm obsessed with pencils and paper and pens too. I just have so many things I like to collect. I want to collect puppies, but Greg won't let me. So anyway, that was just a couple of things that Andra gave me, and Cynthia had brought, it's called Under Mutter French Lilac Goat Milk Soap. And this is made, I believe this is made, yes, made in the mountains of North Carolina. And I wish we had smell-o-vision. That smells absolutely divine. It's lilac, French lilac, and oh my goodness, I don't even want to use it. I want to keep it just to smell it. But it smells delicious, just delicious. And I just couldn't believe they brought me other things too, and were so kind and generous, and I'm so grateful. Now, I have got some patterns that I want to share with you. Another thing that Cynthia, she had made these key fobs out of a batik fabric. She had given me 2, so Caye, my daughter, would have one. But I love the way she did that. It is so neat and so professional. And she made that, so it's a treasure. I hadn't started using any of this yet because I wanted to show it to you. And Cynthia also had some patterns. And Andra had to leave, so she didn't get to go through these. And I picked out a few patterns that I thought I would like to make. So these are from a sewing magazine, the Simply Sewing patterns, and Cynthia gifted these to me as well, and I was so grateful. This is the Vivian Dress, and it comes in sizes 6 to 20. And it's just a beautiful dress. You can make it in sleeveless or sleeved versions. That's the back of the envelope. And I'm going to go kind of quick because I know I've talked a lot today. The Jewel Dress. Now these are pictured in sleeveless, but on the back it shows a little sleeved version. But I love the long, it looks so formal. And I would love to make that, but I have no clue where I would wear it. But that's the version that has the sleeves. And this is just a tunic dress, and its size is 10 to 20, and the jewel dress was 10 to 20 as well. But this is a very interesting dress. It looks very easy. And the picture on the back. And then Cynthia had purchased a Tesoro fabric pattern, and she said she didn't feel like it was her style. It's called the Ray Top. And she knows, I'm sure she's heard me yammer on about how bad I need to make tops. So I'm very thankful and grateful for these, and looking so forward to get to sew some of these patterns, or at least to attempt to sew some of these patterns. So I will save everything else for next time, because I know I've been talking a long time and I want to insert pictures of all this and get it up. So I hope that you have a wonderful weekend. I hope that if you want to sew, you get to. And I hope here in the United States, it's starting to get warm. We've had some really pretty days. It's been in the 70s and sunny. Yesterday was a beautiful day. So I'm hopeful that maybe we can get out some this weekend if I can get my cleaning done. Ugh. But anyway, it'll be there. Nobody's going to come in and clean my house. I don't know why I feel like I have to hurry. It's not like somebody's going to come in and do it for me. If they would, I might let them. So just remember, don't ever stop sewing. Don't get frustrated to the point that you quit, because if you enjoy sewing, that desire will never leave you. I believe that. I believe you'll always want to sew. Or at least that's been true for me. And I'm not good at it. I'm not perfect in anything, but I certainly do enjoy the process, and getting to know sewing people has been absolutely amazing. So thanks to Andra and Cynthia for meeting with me and just sharing their time, because I tell you, time is our most valuable possession. So keep on sewing, enjoy what you can, and if you need to walk away and pull some hair, go right ahead. Just go away and come back later. But thanks to everybody for watching, and I hope to see you in a week or two. Bye.